而此刻你可能会想，我不确定我真的不知道。但我现在要做的一个大胆的假设，我这样说，其实你知道，你一定知道。如果你感觉自己和初衷失去连结，也许有2种原因。第一是你还没有做出承诺，没有全心投入在美乐家事业。第二，你害怕失去面对你真正的初衷，所以我们就从做出承诺开始。如果你还没有下定决心，你可能不会和你的身边的人做出承诺，但你自己心里其实知道，你心里还是有着怀疑，有点摇摆不定，有点犹豫不决，对吧？好像什么事情在等着发生，你或许还没有完全相信美乐家真的是可以载着你前行追逐梦想的船舰。所以我们该怎么办呢？我们要下定决心，做出承诺，坚定立场。你必须清楚知道，你在这里是与谁并肩作战的。你要真正明白，手中握有是何种宝贵的资源。接下来我要告诉你的，不是我的看法，而是100%事实。
Acknowledge We say, well, what I don't face, I don't fix. Or what I don't face, it's not on me to fight for. But here's the good news. That needs to end today. Because today, we be brave. Today, we're going to look at that reflection and we're going to stare at that lion staring back at us. We're going to open his mouth, we're going to stare right at it. We're going to face it, and we're going to feel it. And then this lion, your why, can show us in a million different ways. If you will know it when you feel it, don't you dare dismiss it. It could show up through the candid and unfiltered words of your children, because that is how it showed up for me. Maybe it's your chronic negative feedback. You feel like a failure as a provider. Or I don't know, maybe you were counting your gray hairs the other morning and you're like, dang it, I'm not getting any younger and I have not figured out what I'm doing for retirement yet. It can show up in a million different ways, but I will tell you something. One thing your why never is money. Not money. It's what that paycheck represents. And if I had to sum it up in one word, I would say that word is freedom. Do you agree? It's the freedom to live life on your terms. The freedom to be present. The freedom of time. And you know, my gosh, we run around every single day, like we're never going to run out of time. There's always tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll face the lion. Tomorrow I'll do the hard approaches. Tomorrow I'm going to figure it out. Tomorrow I'm in the game. Let me bring it to you guys. We are here for the smallest little blip in time. And it goes by so fast. We all here is banking on tomorrow. You know what we're doing? We're blinking. We blink. Oops, that we went that fast. Blink. Actually, I could let it here. Let me tell you a little story about blinking. A few weeks ago, when I was asked to share about our lives today, I went to bed that night and I was just kind of reflecting on the evolution of my life throughout the 2 years that I've been here. I woke up in the morning, made my coffee, sat down to scroll some Facebook posts and all the way. What a thought plan. The very first post I saw that next morning was a post I had made 3 years prior. It was on my memory feed, and I realized as I was reading it, that I was reading the story of the first time I ever scared the lion. And I want to read this to you. So here's what the post looked like, and here's what I wrote. 12 years ago, J.D., that's my son, was in kindergarten, and it was Halloween, and the kids wore their costumes to school. But what happened that day changed the entire course of my life. J.D. came home from school and told me through tears. He said, Mama, you were the only one not there for our Halloween march. But Vicky said she'd text you pictures. Pause with me here. This was the moment. My heart fell out of my chest. I couldn't go because I was working. I was running a daycare center 60 to 70 hours a week. But I made myself a promise. That day, I would fix this. I knew the vehicle. It had recently fallen into my lap as a fun new wellness store I wanted to shop at. In that moment, all of my fear of failure and paralyzing worry of what others might think, all of my thoughts had suppressed me my whole life. Poof, they flew out the window. And there is nothing more powerful than a mom on a mission to make change. Today, I walked out to the kitchen and saw his cap and gown. It actually took my breath away, and it made me stop in my tracks. I almost cried. But not because I was sad he was graduating. It was because I instantly had a flashback memory about that dang Halloween march, and it hit me. I did it. I didn't miss another thing. I was there for all of it, for all the sports, all the times he needed me home when he was sick, all the times I had to deliver a lunchbox or shoes or homework that was accidentally left at home. All the rides to school where the best conversations happened with our kids. All of it. I'm so grateful. And now he's 18. And now I'm looking at tangible proof through his crimson and gold cap and gown that it was all worth it. But please, Father Time, could I please have a little bit longer. Gosh, it goes by so fast. Thank you. Yeah. Remember when I said you can't rely on passion and passion alone? I will tell you right now, if I had not been brave enough to stare the mind in the face and not only hear, but to feel those encouraging words from my son and how it must have made him feel that I was the only mom not there. If I hadn't felt that, I wouldn't be here right now. I mean, I'd be shopping. I'd be the 82%, but I would not have been here. But I faced it, and then I knew what I was fighting for. And then I blinked. almost 15 years. I blinked. And almost exactly a year ago right now, I got home from convention. And my husband, my best friend, was diagnosed with cancer. He's cancer-free now. His scans are very crazy. So, but it was a really hard year for us. It kind of sucked. But I have to tell you this. We were able to do life on our terms. I was able to work from hospital rooms, from waiting rooms, from hotel rooms, from our car. We never missed a paycheck. Life on our terms. I blinked, and my daughter Taylor, who was just a tiny little girl when I started to develop yoga, I blinked and she grew up. I blinked and she got married. I blinked and she gave birth to our beautiful granddaughter Lucy. And I just never blinked. Not a single moment I've been able to be a witness to my daughter, my little girl, becoming the most amazing mom. Life on our terms. And because I am obsessed with knowing what my current why is, because it's so important, I can tell you, we have a chef, the devil, my current why is right now, and her name is Lucy Cage. And she's in all of my future grandbabies. This little girl, I'll tell you what, I know what I'm fighting for. I'm fighting to be the Nana I was born to be. The crazy one, the one that's just a little nutty, the one that's always showing up, the one that's going to take her places, do things with her, buy things for, all the things I did not do with my own kids. It's the season for that now. I know why I'm fighting. I'm going to invite you, figure out why you're fighting. Look at that reflection in the mirror. Let it knock the wind out of you. Let it bring you to your knees. Let it scare you. Let it challenge you. Let it change you. I mean, let it. Let it do whatever it needs to do to wake up that warrior in you. Because I tell you, once you face Goliath, you become David. And I have it all leave you with this. I have a challenge for you. You're going to pass a million years while you're here at convention. So the next time you're alone and there's a mirror, my challenge to you is walk up to it and just be still. I know it's going to feel weird to think of. And just look. Lean in. And I want you to not just hear, but I want you to feel what that reflection has been screaming at you to acknowledge maybe for a long time. And this time you face it, you accept it, and you move with it. And above all else, friends, do your best. Oh, hang on. I'll save that last line for a second. This is the final part of your challenge. Go to your goal book that Darren was just talking about and complete the sentence. Be honest with yourself. Maybe for the first time in a long time, my reflection revealed, finish the sentence. Now I'll say, I work hard not to win. Thank you guys.